Hello guys, what's up? I go by the name East Coast Prince and you are new to my channel. So today I'm reacting to Emayabaga and AQ, the live report. This one is of their EP, the live report EP, and this is a song of the EP called the live report. So apparently the EP was titled based on this song, the live report, and the whole EP was centered on the current happenings in the society and the current things happening in Nigeria and whatever. So they touched on the various issues that are relating to us and our circumstance at this point in time. So guys, without further ado, let us react to Emayabaga and AQ, the live report. Let's go.
The best of the best, East Coast Prince. I know it's better than the rest. East Coast Prince, the rapper no one contest. East Coast Prince.
Okay.
This is the live report.
Yo, this is the live report. It's here that fresh information, so we should probably talk. AQ and M on the project, yo, this is valid talk. The game needed us to do another one, DJ Khaled talks.
He said the game needed us to do another one, DJ Khaled talks. So Emma is about to start and give us that fire verse as usual. So let's listen. This is the live report. So let's listen to the report, guys. Sit back, take your popcorn and your drinks, and we are listening to Emma give us this verse. Let's go.
So truth be told, who would I be? Probably try to sound like Boogie. Truthfully, I wanna rhyme like common sense. I heard y'all talking about 5G. Like, damn, y'all need common sense. But it's that.
Okay. Basically, Emma gave honor to Boogie. Boogie, if you don't know Boogie is a Nigerian rapper. He's an upcoming art, but he has made a little relevance in the game, so he's a Nigerian rapper. And Emma gave reference to Boogie in this track. And aside the fact that Emma gave reference to Boogie, he also talked about the conspiracy theory that people are saying concerning 5G. So you all know the whole 5G story, and now people are centering the whole 5G theory with COVID-19, and now that it's in fact, let me not even go to the 5G story. Let's just listen to what Emma is saying.
Brainwashing in y'all's defense. Ask your pastor what's gonna happen, he gon' stutter like it all depends. I swear these niggas call a wall a fence, and y'all like, oh shit, thank you God for your prophets, yes. The consequences, confidence in conspiracy theories without seeing them through a proper lens. Fear politics, it's all it is in the mind of the solipsist when the knowledge in colleges is rejected by charlatans.
Man, too much knowledge and too much fire. So basically, as I said before, the conspiracy theories. Then Emma also talked about the politicians, and you know, we're taking it back so we can get that line. So you know, the whole politician thing, being part of the whole scheme and stuff like that. But let's listen. Let's take it back a little bit and listen to what Emma said there.
Like, damn, y'all need common sense, but it's that brainwashing in y'all's defense. Ask your pastor what's gonna happen, he gon' stutter like it all depends. I swear these niggas call a wall a fence, and y'all like, oh shit, thank you God for your prophets, yes. The consequences, confidence in conspiracy theories without seeing them through a proper lens.
The consequence is confidence in conspiracy theories without seeing them through a proper lens. So basically what he's saying is that because there are pastors that are coming out and they are giving us different form of fallacies concerning the conspiracy theory of 5G and the whole COVID-19 situation, that members are buying what they are saying, and they are not seeing it in proper lens. They are not using their third eye. They are not using their right senses to see what these pastors are saying. They are just believing all the garbage that whatever pastors are feeding. So since they are not seeing it true in their right minds, so it's almost like it's basically like brainwashing. So they are not seeing it through a proper lens. Now Emma is just saying that. So let's listen.
Politics is all it is in the mind of the solipsist when the knowledge in colleges is rejected by charlatans. We emerge as a nation of fools, bigger churches and schools where evil politicians worshiping too. With different passports, yes, they purchase a few. I'm nervous for us until I jackpot, then I'll just be nervous for you.
MIC is nervous for us until he jackpot. Then you'll just be, I don't know what he said there, but He's just basically talking about, he said that even the politicians that are corrupt are worshiping in all these churches. So he's basically saying that the whole system is being corrupt and the whole system is messed up. And him is nervous for us, like he's scared for everybody around until he runs away before he knows that he's free of all these things. So I'm taking back a little bit so I could get that last Jackpot line.
Just a nation of fools, bigger churches and schools where evil politicians worshiping too. With different passports, yes, they purchase a few. I'm nervous for us until I jackpot, then I'll just be nervous for you, yo.
Until I jackpot, then I'll just be, I don't know what he said there, Sha, but something for you. I didn't get that key line, but let's listen.
This is the live report. See that fresh information, so we should probably talk. AQ and M on a project, yo, this is valid talk. The game needed us to do another one, DJ Khaled talk. Yo, this is the live report. It's here that fresh information, so we should probably talk. AQ and M on a project, yo, this is valid talk. The game needed us to do another one, DJ Khaled talk.
Let me help you fill in the gaps. The only way I can deliver this message is in my raps. Take it or reject it, but my vision is apt. And corporations are stacking up billions with this app. So they created a virus that will keep you at home. You don't have nothing else to do but to play with your phone,
Okay. AQ is telling us his own point of view, his own perspective. So he's saying that that these corporations, these brands, these tech companies, that they are making so much money from all their social networks and their social network apps or whatever apps. So because of that, they are taking advantage of this COVID-19 situation. According to AQ's story, that they created this virus to keep us at home. So when we're at home now, we are dwelling more on the whole social networking thing. TikTok is on fire, Instagram is on fire, Twitter is on fire, and they are making more money from these apps. So it's like the people up there are basically manipulating and they are pulling out strings for their own interests, and we are down here just being controlled by whatever those people up there are doing. So that's what AQ is saying here. But let's listen.
They want you to get used to that way of life, keep you online, domesticate you and keep you confined. And you ignored all the warning signs. We in the war, everything is now weaponized. They use the apps to track you, and as your time goes TikTok, they're cashing out too.
Okay, he said everything is now weaponized. Everything about the whole tech thing is now weaponized. We know that the world now is like it's a media village. It's just the world is advanced, and media, the online media, tech is controlling everything in the world. So he's saying that these tech companies are, because of everything that is weaponized, that they use the apps to track you, and as your time goes TikTok, they are cashing out. I like the fact that he used as your time goes TikTok. Talking about apps, then TikTok is actually an app. Then using like TikTok, the sound that the clock ticks. So as your time goes TikTok, they are cashing out, saying that as your time goes, as you spend more time on these apps, the owners of these apps are basically making more money off you being staying at home, and just listen.
Whoa. It's hard enough when you're adding up a new challenge. Flip the switch to 2-6 slide, all been arranged. Conspiracy theories all sound the same, they sound insane, but take a little time and you'll find the plane. The revelation that's told through John, signs of the end times, but I hope you're wrong.
So basically, he's saying that he said that these people, the tech people, are distracting us with all these basic stuff of challenges. They flip the switch challenge, the 2-6 slide challenge, and he's also talking about the conspiracy theories that they all sound the same. So let's listen.
They keep telling you lies and you believe it, but who knew that the world is infected and we created the agent to do that? It's not airborne, but it travels through planes. Man will destroy the world himself with his tech game. You find it so.
Okay, basically, AQ here is basically highlighting the effects and the adverse effects of the whole media and technology. So he's saying that the COVID-19 virus doesn't even travel through fear. It doesn't travel through. It's not airborne. That what is spreading is not airborne. That they are giving us pain through all these tech things, and we don't even know. We are just consuming the whole garbage. But what they are feeding us off through this tech and through the media now is just wrong. They are giving us wrong informations and just basically controlling people through the media. That's what AQ is basically saying here. Let's listen.
Saying you will find the cure. Get the first person that contracted it on your live report.
Yo, all I see these days is mental genocide. As a skeptic, I identify, we're trying to simplify. See, the scientific method cannot tell a lie, and so the data is the thing upon which most I must rely.
Okay. His MI has come with his big English. And what he's giving us is mental genocide and all those things. But even though they are English that we know, but we have to just listen to what MI is saying here. The guy is just basically, what I think what he's touching about is the false news that traveling through the media now. That's what MI is talking about, because he said something about since they cannot give us scientific lies, they feed us through the media or something like that. So let's listen.
Yo, all I see these days is mental genocide. As a skeptic, I identify, we're trying to simplify. See, the scientific method cannot tell a lie, and so the data is the thing upon which most I must rely. So COVID-19, SARS, MERS, the Spanish flu, was it the electricity that we put in the planet through? Should we panic? Is it something satanic? How it began? And is the vaccine just a part of the plan?
So am I like basically trying to touch what everybody else is thinking about the whole COVID-19 situation? He has already said it that since scientific methods cannot tell a lie, so the thing they can feed us with lies is from the data they are giving us. So they are giving us false information through the media. That's what MI is saying. So he's saying that since that all the treatment thing that they are saying and the vaccine itself, that is it all part of the plan of the whole total overall scheme of this COVID-19. Let's just listen.
Well, here's a clue for you. Every time they've alluded to the end of the world like doom is you, we all prayed and assumed it's true. It never happens though, imagine. No time ever has been told like God will end the world through people catching cold. She who was...
So Emma is also touching our minds for especially those people that believe that the world is coming to an end because of the whole pandemic thing and the global lockdown. So he's saying that God never told us in the Bible that I have never heard it in this world that from anyone that God said He will end the world by people catching cold. So that Emma is saying there. So let's listen.
Search must bring the evidence. Tell your friends that intelligence isn't married to elegance. It's not what they tell you, is what they can prove. The live report, so hey, cue the news.
You gotta be in tune to get my views. I'm telling you, the economics of the future when we survive the flu. Offline businesses lose billions, online tribes. The perfect time to push 5G or it just coincides.
Okay. AQ is now here, now giving us another side of the story. Like he's saying that now he's talking about after this whole pandemic and the lockdown. As after the lockdown, that you can see that the economic side of things, that the online businesses that are online, they will thrive, they will move forward because they are online businesses and they can work well because everybody's at home now, glued to their media screens and their tech. While the offline businesses will suffer because they basically didn't function during the whole time of the COVID-19. So there will be a lot of economic crisis going on. So it's now saying that is this all part of the plan of the 5G theory and everything, that the 5G coming on? So it's basically trying to, what they are doing here is like, as much as they are talking about the whole conspiracy theories, they're trying to analyze the conspiracy theories for us and see if there's truth to all those rumors, so we can actually judge from ourselves and filter the truth from the lies. So let's just listen to what AQ is saying.
American and Chinese tech war. They've been in bed for years and the apps is their sex toy. It's not the end of the world, it's the end of an era. Everything goes online now, but does it make it better? Businesses are safe, but people are losing their jobs. Creators of the apps remain ahead of the curve. The question is, where's Africa in all of this? We're busy playing politics on some corruption shit.
Okay, AQ just said word there. AQ just said word there, like strong word. So he's also talking about how the whole online thing, online businesses thrive, they make money, and the offline businesses suffer. So he's also saying that these apps, he has always been talking about the whole apps and the social media thing. So all these apps, the people that are ahead of the curve are the people that the tech companies, the social network companies that owns all these apps, they're ahead of the curves, and other people basically suffer. So he's asking us that Now, where is Africa in all of this? In this whole COVID-19, who is the worst hit? It's not Africans that, since we have no like major business sects concerning the whole tech thing. We don't have a strong tech business side of things. And also, it's saying that our politicians are just chasing corruption while these people are using our heads and taking advantage of the whole situation and making more money. So the tech companies thrive, but Africa is the worst hit, and their economic status goes down because of the whole thing. So that what AQ is just saying here. Let's listen.
This is the live report. Q&I on the project. Yo, this is Valley Talk.
Right, so the 5G story is complete and utter rubbish. It's nonsense. It's the worst kind of fake news. The reality is that the mobile phone networks are absolutely critical to all of us, particularly in a time when we are asking people to stay at home and to not see relatives and friends. But in particular, those are also the phone networks that are used by our emergency services and our health workers. And I'm absolutely outraged.
I like how the voicing, I don't know whether it's the media reporter that ended the outro of this. I don't know if it's the media reporter that ended it, but the outro is actually nice and it's saying things that make sense. It's saying that these tech companies and these apps are needed by workers. They are needed by workers to communicate with people, because at this time a lot of people are on lockdown. So the apps and the tech companies are very important for us right now, so we can communicate with our relations all over the world. So all these conspiracy theories are not true. That is what the outro is basically saying, that they are not true. They are just false. They are false news about the 5G thing. So that's what basically the outro said. So it's left for you to like filter out the truth from the lies. Know what sounds real to you. Know what makes sense to you, and know what is fake news to you. So that's just basically it. So this is a live report. The live report is just basically telling us that this is what is happening around us. This is the report of what is happening around us. How are we taking it? How are we seeing it? Are we getting wiser, or we are being part of the people that are brainwashed by the whole thing? And you're just there being majorly like mannequins, just there allowing other people in the higher sex to control us the way and just bend us the way they want us to be. So that's what the live report is saying. With that being said, if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in my next reaction. Peace.